livelinerapp.com. We are the pulse of hip-hop, R&B, and bounce in the 504. So check us out on the livelinerapp.com, and you make sure you hit us up on our show to let us know how we're doing. Every Tuesday night, it's the Liveline TV, 8 p.m.
All right, let's go.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Church Without Walls is back at a new date and a new time. Every Tuesday, 10 to 11. Join in and let's knock down these walls together. Together, we can do it. So don't be afraid to call in. If it ever was a time, it's time is now that we need to come together, knock these walls down that's standing in our way. So we are back.
Bethesda House of Prayer. Bethesda is a church for non-traditional worshipers, a church designed for those who love God's Word. Would you like to attend a church where believers and non-believers can choose to worship together? A church where cultural differences does not get in the way of God's message. We invite you to be our special guest. Our services begin 9 a.m. on Sunday, located at 7601 West Bank Expressway, Suite B, Marrero, Louisiana. For more information, contact us at 504-348-0132.
Here at Jones Insurance, your full-service agency, let us take care of all your insurance needs. We provide homeowners insurance, flood, rental, commercial, auto, and life insurance. Don't let the unexpected tragedy destroy your family's future. Here at Jones Insurance, 7603 West Bank Expressway, Marrero, Louisiana, 772. Contact Lois at 504-348-1492.
FAMU Live, new time, 12 p.m. each and every Thursday on the Warzam Talk Network. Join me, that boy Fred.
G Sports in the building.
Coach Hurricane Hit.
Yeah, I'm woke. Elevate.
Ball game.
You dig. You dig.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
The wait is over. This is your favorite prophetess Chanel Jones, and I want to introduce to you my new non-traditional podcast called Kingdom Women Speaking, where you can expect a royal discussion amongst queens. Yes, Lord. And you can find me on New Orleans Talk Network. Tune in, world.
Get your song played on the radio station.
Believe that. It's the homie Bankboy Resight.
And your girl Tiara C.
And we are the host of the Liveline TV and radio. And check this out. We got this brand new radio station. And if you a 504 artist and you trying to get your music played on the radio, all we need you to do is what, Tiara C?
All I need you to do is go to the livelineapp.com.
That's right.
Submit your survey and boom.
That's right.
I might get your song played on the radio station. Hey.
Yeah, it's a straight vibe. We are broadcasting the Big Easy Way on the livelineapp.com. We are the pulse of hip-hop, R&B, and bounce in the 504. So check us out on the livelineapp.com, and you make sure you hit us up on our show to let us know how we're doing. Every Tuesday night, it's the Liveline TV, 8 p.m.
All right, let's go.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Church Without Walls is back at a new date and a new time. Every Tuesday, 10 to 11. Join in and let's knock down these walls together. Together, we can do it. So don't be afraid to call in. If it ever was a time, it's time is now that we need to come together, knock these walls down that's standing in our way. But we are back.
Bethesda House of Prayer. Bethesda is a church for non-traditional worshipers, a church designed for those who love God's Word. Would you like to attend a church where believers and non-believers can choose to worship together? A church where cultural differences does not get in the way of God's message. We invite you to be our special guest. Our services begin 9 a.m. on Sunday, located at 7601 West Bank Expressway, Suite B, Marrero, Louisiana. For more information, contact us at 504-348-0132.
Here at Jones Insurance, your full-service agency, let us take care of all your insurance needs. We provide homeowners insurance, flood, rental, commercial, auto, and life insurance. Don't let the unexpected tragedy destroy your family's future. Here at Jones Insurance, 7603 West Bank Expressway, Marrero, Louisiana, 772. Contact Lois at 504-348-1492.
FAMU Live, new time, 12 p.m. each and every Thursday on the Wazzam Talk Network. Join me, that boy Fred.
G Sports in the building.
Coach Hurricane Hit.
Yeah, I'm woke. Elevate.
Ball game.
You dig? You dig.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
The wait is over. This is your favorite prophetess Chanel Jones, and I want to introduce to you my new non-traditional podcast called Kingdom Women Speaking, where you can expect a royal discussion amongst queens. Yes, Lord. And you can find me on New Orleans Talk Network. Tune in, world.
Get your song played on the radio station.
Believe that. It's the homie Bankboy Resight.
And your girl Tiara C.
And we are the host of the Live Line TV and radio. And check this out. We got this brand new radio station. And if you a 504 artist and you trying to get your music played on the radio, all we need you to do is what, Tiara C?
All I need you to do is go to the livelineapp.com.
That's right.
Submit your survey and boom.
That's right.
I might get your song played on the radio station. Hey.
Yeah, it's a straight vibe. We are broadcasting the Big Easy Way on the livelineapp.com. We are the pulse of hip-hop, R&B, and bounce in the 504. So check us out on the livelineapp.com, and you make sure you hit us up on our show to let us know how we doing. Every Tuesday night, it's the Live Line TV, 8 p.m.
All right, let's go.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Church Without Wall is back at a new date and a new time. Every Tuesday, 10 to 11. Join in and let's knock down these walls together. Together, we can do it. So don't be afraid to call in. If it ever was a time, it's time is now that we need to come together, knock these walls down that's standing in our way. But we are back.
Bethesda House of Prayer. Bethesda is a church for non-traditional worshipers, a church designed for those who love God's Word. Would you like to attend a church where believers and non-believers can choose to worship together? A church where cultural differences does not get in the way of God's message. We invite you to be our special guest. Our services begin 9 a.m. on Sunday, located at 7601 West Bank Expressway.
Whoa. Aye. Let's go.
What's up? What's up? What's up? This the homie Bankboy Resight. I am back with the Wazzam Morning Show, brought to you by the NOTN app. Download that thing in your Google Play and App Store today. You heard me? We got it popping in the marvelous way. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's going down again all week long. We bringing live shows to y'all right here from the New Orleans Talk Network. Man, y'all can engage with us live. You can engage with me today while we are live. We are talking about any and everything, including your mom. You heard me? Man, it went down yesterday. No love. Matter of fact, it was a great weekend of sports in the New Orleans, Louisiana area. You know what I'm saying? LSU, Southern getting together, the bands getting together. You know what I'm saying? As far as the team was on the field, we're going to leave that way. We're going to leave it on the field. You heard me? We're going to leave it on the field. It was a good deal to see everybody together, man. Shout out everybody went out there tailgating. Shout out to all the hoodas that went out there to the ATL, a.k.a. NO, you know what I'm saying, second home. You know what I'm saying? It went down in the New Orleans Saints second home Superdome, you know what I'm saying? The Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Each and every time we play the Falcons, and we beat up on the Falcons, I have to play my anthem. Here, you understand? We got to play the anthem. This is exclusively, you understand? Rest in peace to Tom Benson. We got to get that Roasted Falcons album. We got my super producer, Mike, with the mic in the other room. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this thing going. You heard me? Yeah, who that? Saints win 27-26. You heard me, over the Atlanta Falcons. Yes, we had white chocolate running all over them in the first quarter. It went down in a major way, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, there was an emergence of Michael Thomas, you know what I'm saying? We got to stand up for our hoodads. It wasn't looking too, turn it down a little bit. It wasn't looking too good, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't looking too good for us, but then we got the job done, dog. I'm telling you right now, my heart's still beating and still going crazy, you know what I'm saying? Man. Michael Thomas, shout out to Michael Thomas, shout out to Jameis Winston, shout out to Tyrann Matthews getting this big fumble recovery, you know what I'm saying? We was down by 16 points going into the fourth quarter, but lo and behold, you know what I'm saying? Here come the Hoodas marching back, winning the game. You heard me? It was crazy. I want to give a huge shout out to all the Hoodas that was out there. You know what I'm saying? This is why we say the Atlanta Falcons is our stepsister. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even a stepbrother, they're a stepsister. You know what I'm saying? Like, we own y'all. Now, let's get down to it. We cut up. You heard me? We cut up in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium yesterday, man. We got some highlights of the game playing in the background, but let's show some highlights of how the Hoodat Nation represented. You know what I'm saying? I had put up that video. We gonna put that video up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my dog James. You know what I'm saying? Going live. James from Kennedy Heights Power Line. You know what I'm saying? It's right there on his YouTube. On his Facebook page. He went live in the building. You know what I'm saying? So many other people went live in the building. James got a good glimpse of what the scope looked it like after the game, after the Will Lutz kick him in the nuts, Will Lutz. Kick him in the nuts, Will Lutz. That ought to be the next anthem coming out, you know what I'm saying? So y'all clap for the Hoodat Nation, you know what I'm saying? Pulling off the W. A win is a win. This is the NFL. You don't get no style points. Only style points count for individual achievements. A W is a W. Man, play this clip right quick, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my dog Ames, you know what I'm saying? Laying the law down, representing for the Hoodat Nation. You understand? Play that clip right quick. It went down. Yeah. It went down in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. That's our dome, Atlanta. That's our dome. We running. Look how we took over. We dominating. There's more Saints fans in the building than Atlanta fans. We deep. Like the deep blue, black and gold seat, the deep black and gold seat. We in the building, man. Look how people second lining. They got people blowing whistles. They having a party all in
Atlanta. They're waking up to a party in Atlanta right now, you know what I'm saying? People, we second lining on our way home, you know what I'm saying? So, gonna play the song one more time for y'all this year when the Atlanta Falcons have to come to the Caesars Superdome, you know what I'm saying? Part 2 coming real soon. But man, shout out to the Who That's for holding it down, you know what I'm saying? And it is the Wazzam Morning Show, you know what I'm saying? I'm the homie Bankboy Resight, Mr. Voice of Reason, in the NOLA 504, you know what I'm saying? And I got a lot in store for y'all. We got a lot of music in store for y'all. Hit me up. You understand? We got the Zoom open. We got the phone lines open. We're going to be talking about crime. We're going to be talking about mobile saints. If anybody want to call in and give their opinion about what they saw yesterday, what you think about Jameis Winston, what you thought about that defense, you know what I'm saying, what you thought about Will Lutz missing that field goal, you know what I'm saying, what you thought about Michael Thomas, you know, Alvin Kamara. So the offensive line, for example, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of things that need to be cleaned up. So we talking sports all week long as well. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of news coming out of the city of New Orleans as usual. We will be launching this week Recall Watch with LaToya Cantrell. You're featuring LaToya Cantrell. Recall Watch featuring LaToya Cantrell. Man, I want y'all to follow me on Instagram. You heard me at Bankboy Resight. That's Bankboy RESIGHT Resight on Instagram or Facebook for exclusive content. You know what I'm saying? Coming from the homie, you know, talking about these issues and stuff. But we're gonna be having fun on the show today, you know what I'm saying? Give us a call, 1-563-999-1808 for the livest, blackest talk show in the NOLA. You heard Mr. Wazzam Morning Show, you know what I'm saying, 504. We want to give a huge shout out to all of the artists, you know what I'm saying, we featuring today. And up first, we going to give them some love, you know what I'm saying. Who we got? I think we got
Good Living Fats.
And
Be the Future.
Be the Future, yeah, dag.
Mirror Music.
So, man, look, the homie Good Living Fats doing this thing. Shout out to Good Living Fats. We got Be the Future. If you want to talk about the mayor, if you want to talk about Susan Hudson, if you want to share the same conversation as me, you know what I'm saying, hit me up, you know what I'm saying. Leave your comments in the comment section below. You understand? We about to get off into these first 2 songs. We'll be right back, you know what I'm saying. It's the Who That Nation full effect. You dig? Let's get it.
Yeah, I give him something. Cashmere Fats. Picasso baby on the way, girl. You just want somebody keep it real with you. They just wanna deal on the pills, nigga. They gon' chew you out and never deal with you. Picasso baby, now you get the real picture. You just want somebody keep it real with you. They just wanna deal on the pills, nigga. They gon' chew you out and never deal with you. Picasso, baby, now you see the real picture. Picasso, baby, now you see the real me. Paraplegic fool, do you feel me? They be smoking gas, baby, that's burn seeds. But I'ma keep it moving like a OG. Never mind, what is your name? I'm taking my shots, I ain't play no games. Don't put me next to them lane. Rapping good living, you know that's the game. They be talking, we ain't the same. I got this on lock, I ain't talking no chain. I want the top and I want some brains. They don't know the lingo, then they slow mama. They be talking smoke but want no drama. I got some people driving like Osama, and they blow this motherfucker up with no problem. You just want somebody keep it real with you. They just wanna deal on the pills, nigga. They gon' chew you out and never deal with you. Picasso, baby, now you get the real picture. You just want somebody keep it real with you. They just wanna deal on the pills, nigga. They gon' chew you out and never deal with you. Picasso, baby, now you see the real picture. Smoking out, pulling up, keep that lean up in my cup. Everybody wanna ball, holla bros at the mall. If he up, watch him fall, nigga, I can fuck with y'all. Yeah, nigga, I I can't fuck with y'all. Rest in peace to Pimp C. Hope this lean don't get me. Ain't smoking on that piffy, but I could leave you sticky. Bought my bread like Jiffy. Play with that, go 6 feet. The 19 got me tipsy. I know your bitch gon' miss me. They don't know the lingo, then they slow mama. They be talking smoke but want no drama. I got some people driving like Osama, and they blow this motherfucker up with no problem. You just want somebody keep it real with you. They just wanna deal on the pills, nigga. They gon' chew you out and never deal with you. Picasso, baby, now you get the real picture. You just want somebody keep it real with you. They just wanna deal on the pills, nigga. They gon' chew you out and never deal with you. Picasso, baby, now you see the real picture. Smoking up, pulling up, keep the lean up in my cup. Smoking up, pulling up, keep the lean up in my cup. Smoking up, pulling up.
I rock a designer, I love it in fashion. Been super saucy, that's one of my passions. Need to be on a runway all in Paris. I got a mirror all over my pants. I hustle hard, I be taking some chances. I get shoebox money, fuck your advances. Not from this world, from another planet. Remember the days I was popping them Xanax. Rest in peace, I be missing my granny. Took it so hard when she left off this planet. Seemed like she the only one understand me. She looking down on me, I know that she happy. BPMG working hard, now it's branded. Paparazzi taking pictures on camera. A lot of people living on propaganda. BZ100 and niggas can't stand it. Remember them days all your bitches was laughing. Future get cabbage and living so lavish. Nowadays, bitch, I'm really established. Run these raps and I'm get to the back end. Tell that nigga if you won't get the packs in. I don't know your boy, I might have to text them. Started stuffing racks all up in the mattress. W9s, that's a whole nother bracket. Fit it on you, now you sponging the jacket. Started winning like Serena with rackets. Feel like AI, we talking about practice. Busy Future really making shit happen. Always a jit, nigga never cap. A lot of these rappers be actors. I do this shit with a passion. I get on the track, busy flashing. I sell like yeah, the addict. In the hood, we had no daddies. We had to hustle for balance. My uncle had work in the attic. Rocks and I'm out with the plastic. I had a Glock, it was plastic. I was always trigger happy. I put your ass in a casket. Niggas be talking and yapping. Niggas was sleeping, they napping. Thinking shit sweet like some candy. I make it seem like it's brandy. Then go take a trip to Miami. Get saucy, get fly, yeah, I'm fancy. I got a mirror on my pants. I got a mirror on my pants. I'm rockin' designer, I love it in fashion. Been super saucy, that one of my passions. Need to be on the runway all in Paris. I got a mirror all over my pants. Need to be on the runway all in Paris. I got a mirror all over my pants. Need to be on the runway all in Paris. I got a mirror all over my pants. I'm rockin' designer, I love it in fashion. Been super saucy, that one of my passions. Need to be on the runway all in Paris. I got a mirror all over my pants. Need to be on the runway all in Paris. I got a mirror all over my pants. Need to be on the runway all in Paris. I got a mirror all over my pants.
These diamonds like us, they dancing. I've been pouring the four in the phantom. I've been cutting on niggas with hammers. I've been taking them trips to Atlanta. I've been popping them yellow bananas. Got a 20 inside of these pants. I don't never get close to the dancers. Got some niggas who sticking and jogging. Remember days I was wearing the Robins. Now it's mirrors and Balenciagas. I'm too good in the city, no problem. Keep my name out your mouth, you a liar. You do better by reading the Bible. Man, this shit like tomato, tomato. I get dirty, I'm straight from the bayou. Throwing them crosses. My niggas ain't taking no losses. We get to that money too often. Fuck nigga, come be the target. Like your family paying for coffins. Put a mirror on bitches who bosses. I'ma step out, don't do the talking. If you catch me in public, keep walking. Ain't got no time for the riders. These are mirrors cost $2 million. You see how we living and dying. This nigga go through the signs. I don't like how they coming for me. Have a fuck nigga running for me. Yeah, the niggas come try and see. Now there's blood on my mirrors and feet. I'm an 8 bitch, I'm running through trees. In Miami, I'm catching the breeze. Coming to a bitch, I throw it with ease. Got a bitch who be easy to please. Nigga know they be stealing the sauce. Play with mine and I'm not getting hoes. I was broken, I turned to a boss. When I shot my own ass for the cause.
I rock a designer, I love it in fashion. Been super saucy, that one of my passions. Need to be on the runway all in Paris. I got a mirror all over my pants. Need to be on the runway all in Paris. I got a mirror all over my pants. Need to be on the runway all in Paris. I got a mirror all over my pants. I rock a designer, I love it in fashion. Been super saucy, that one of my passions. Need to be on the runway all in Paris. I got a mirror all over my pants. Need to be on the runway all in Paris. I got a mirror all over my pants. Need to be on the runway all in Paris. I got a mirror all over my pants.
Yo, it's the homie Bankboy Resight. I'm back with the Wazzam 504 morning show. It's going down once again all week right over here at the New Orleans Talk Network. Get some of the most exclusive content in the NOLA, you know what I'm saying? Being featured on the NOTN app, you know what I'm saying? Want to give a huge shout out to Warren Ballantyne, Real Brother Radio Network, you know what I'm saying? E-Block Radio, Chip Chat Radio. These are our associates and affiliates, you know what I'm saying, that we got popping right here, you know what I'm saying? Not to mention talk shows like that's coming on today. Real Talk with Chandrell, Paraloo, you know what I'm saying? We got me on there, you know what I'm saying? We got who am I? Oh, we got Living by the Word Daily. We got Church Without Walls. You know what I'm saying? We got FanView Live. We got Kingdom Woman Speaking with Prophetess Chanel Hobbs. You know what I'm saying? If you want to join the New Orleans Talk Network and get your podcast or your talk show started, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you call me 504-708-9454, or you can hit us up on our website, NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com, you know what I'm saying, or the LivelineApp.com. Speaking of LivelineApp.com, we are featuring some of the most exclusive artists in the 504 throughout the Louisiana, you know what I'm saying, Texas, Mississippi. We the heartbeat. We expanding, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I tried my best to keep this exclusive for Louisiana. We got so many artists from different areas hitting us up, man. If you want to make our next featured artist list, all you got to do is hit us up at the LivelineApp.com. You know what I'm saying? You know we got 24/7 radio. If you ain't know, now you know, you know what I'm saying? And yes, sir, we are broadcasting the Big Easy way. You know what I'm saying? You want to make this banner right here, you want to be featured on our website, all you got to do is hit us up, the LivelineApp.com. You heard me? Now my homie just calling me. I'm texting him back. We live-ish and it's blackish. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. You heard me? Let me get this going. So my homie Jay was just hitting me up. He was trying to have a conversation with me this morning. I wanted to talk about the sheriff's office and stuff like this. There's a lot of news coming out New Orleans right now, and I was saying to myself, there was fair warning about this LaToya Cantrell thing. We were sitting here on this platform. I've been saying, listen, LaToya Cantrell is a pit bull in a skirt. I don't know if New Orleans understands what they're getting into. I was saying that 28 months ago. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if New Orleans understand what they're getting into. Saying that back when this woman was first getting elected. You know what I'm saying? And here we are. We are underneath a Category 5 for a political storm. Right now, as we speak, it's happening. You know what I'm saying? And talking about it is one of the best ways to do something about it. Getting proactive is one of the best ways to do something about these things, you know what I'm saying? Dialogue amongst African-American men and the majority population of African-American men is important, you know what I'm saying? And more important than all of that is the narrative. Because people that don't go out to get the information that they need, people got to get their news from somewhere. Not everybody going to take the time out their lives to break all of this stuff down. So the way we break it down here is alternative at the New Orleans Talk Network on a live line. We control the narrative. We give you the news that you can use so you can see things from a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? There's multiple ways to get motivated about what's going on in our community. And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, we just got to take a real close look at the narrative. And what's going on in the sheriff's office is fair warning. So I had to bring up the conversation and the question, should we get the should we get the recall started early with Susan Hudson? Knowing what's going on with LaToya Cantrell, do we have confidence we're going to be able to get this situation turned around with Susan Hudson? We might as well start talking about it now. You know what I'm saying? Not just a little bit of background about Susan Hudson. Director of the dissent decree that was in New Orleans is now being abolished. You know what I'm saying? The dissent decree was just oversight for the police department. She has now converted over to sheriff. I can imagine this woman had a stern conversation with Marty Gutman. They told him, I'll take your job. And he thought she was playing, but she was serious. And now she's the sheriff of New Orleans. And there's a lot of reform going on right now. A lot of questions about transparency, and there has been a lot of issues with the sheriff office. Got my homie Mike with the mic, getting Jay. He looked like he getting Jay queued up. All right, we got Jay in the Zoom. You know what I'm saying? My homie Jay would empower you, Nola, y'all. If you haven't seen him on Instagram, you know what I'm saying, has been making strides, you know what I'm saying, with the narrative and showing the community exactly pinpoint accuracy on what's happening behind the scenes with crime, what's happening behind the scenes with the sheriff's office and other things, as my brother Jason grows with his activism in the community. You know what I'm saying? We all learn as black men, you know, new things every day. So y'all tune into this conversation because we definitely going to learn something new from my homie Jay, you know what I'm saying, and the information that he have about what's going on in New Orleans and the Empower You NOLA movement and all his affiliates that he got going on, you know, with him, you feel me? So we about to have this conversation about what's happening. Are we good to go? Mike with the mic?
Yeah, we should be.
All right. So we got Jason with Empower You NOLA, you know what I'm saying, on the live line with us this morning. What's happening, big brother?
What's up?
All right. So we got a little bit of an audio. We're going to get that turned up a little bit for us, for the playback. We're going to go ahead and turn out the background music so we can get this conversation started. Super producer Mike with the mic getting us right. He getting us right. You heard me? So, all right, Jay, I can hear you. I heard you, but, you know,
you hear me?
I can hear you good now. I just have to wait for Mike to get the audio a little bit tweaked for us. We good now. You know what I'm saying? Good morning to you, brother, and good morning, King.
Brother. Thank you, man.
Thank you for taking time out your busy schedule to jump in live with me, man. Me and Jay, we've been talking, talking about some of these things. I see a lot of stuff going on your Instagram page dealing with crime in the city of New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? Your Instagram page has been pivotal as far as information. You've been beating the news to the news. Like, I try to tell you about stuff going on because I see it on the news. I say, I got to check this dude page before I inform him because he done already posted it 6 hours ago. I thought you broke the news dealing with the firing in the sheriff's office when it came to over 100 years of experience. We all seen it over the news, you know what I'm saying? So let's get started there, Jay. You was one that broke the news about the firing. Tell us what you knew about all of that and what you thought about that whole situation with some top positions, captains being let go.
So some of that stuff is expected, right? Some of that stuff is expected when a new sheriff comes in. They kind of want their people to come in, right? They pretty much get rid of the people that they feel like is going to sabotage them, I guess, right? So they try to get new people in across the board. So that was kind of expected on my end. What was not expected was for the shorthand that they are, right? They're so shorthanded just to get rid of these people and not try to put them in different positions, maybe different from what they was in before, right? Some people have to go, right? Some people have to go because that's just how the sheriff stuff works, right? Like, and that goes in for every parish, you know. But we're so shorthanded, right? We're so short that was surprising. You know, it was more than just those 5 people. You know, we had a K9 officer that was pushed out, right? I should say there was a HR director also that was fired. I mean, there's a lot of people that's getting fired, and I'm just, waiting to see what the plan is, right? Hopefully there's a plan.
And I'm sure. Let's just say I'm sure there is one. Whether we want to agree with that plan or not. One quick question: if you're a captain, right? You being a former police officer with the NOPD, if you're a captain, can you be demoted for like no apparent reason, or how does that work? Can your ranking be stripped from you and you can still retain your job?
I mean, from my understanding, if you're a captain, you're a captain. I wouldn't say demote them per se, but move them from wherever they was to a position where there's another body is needed, right?
Okay.
We're not saying like, and maybe they quit on themselves. I don't know, right?
Yeah, because that'd probably be the results. You know, you quit, but it's not like I fired you.
I want to be on tier 3. I'm gonna put you in transportation or something, right? Like some different place where I guess you feel like you can have an eye on them. But you asking me, can you be demoted for any reason? I mean, they was fired for just cause. I mean.
Yeah, from what they said, okay. I
But they
didn't
said
really
we don't know what the reason was, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
for whatever. We know why they were fired. It's a new they were let go because like you stated, it's a turnover thing. They want to get their people in, you know. So
Usually.
it was kind of like inevitable. Either you retire, get fired, or you quit. Either however you want to look at it. And that's just a business.
Right.
You also, we talking about Susan Hudson, for those who don't know, newly elected sheriff who beat out Marlon Guzman, you know what I'm saying, in a runoff. From what I understand, Susan didn't have no. She was not a police officer. She didn't have no experience working with police. Working directly as a police personnel, like as a police officer ever. She was never a police officer.
Correct.
So she's like a suit in a police officer's position, in my opinion. I think a sheriff should be someone that has a lot of years in the sheriff department of working directly with so whatever. But let's move on. Let's move on a little bit. The Susan Hudson is over the prison. Can you explain to me what's the difference between NOPD and the sheriff's office? Because I never really understood what that was all about, NOPD or the sheriff's office, but it seems like it's two different departments.
So it is. It's totally two different departments. NOPD, long time ago, they wrote a charter pretty much saying that NOPD was going to be the primary law enforcement agency of New Orleans. In any other place, right? Any other place, the sheriff department is actually the primary, right? So for New Orleans is different and unique in itself. So the police department is the primary. So the difference between the two jobs is NOPD goes out there, and I'm gonna break it down. NOPD goes out there, investigates and arrests somebody. Once they arrest somebody, they transfer them over, right, to the sheriff department where they hand them off, right? They give it to the sheriff department. And the sheriff department does many different things, right? But one thing that they do is definitely, I guess they're the guards, right? The corrections, prison guards, right? They make sure everything's going safely inside of the facility. They make sure these people go to court, right? They make sure they're transferred all around Louisiana. They have a civil sheriff, and so the sheriff department is big. I can argue that the sheriff is the most powerful person in the city, right? And that's
I can understand why you would say that. For those, we'll talk about it another time, but there's a reason why you say that. Yeah.
So they have a lot of different things. So NOPD just handles the street, but the sheriff department can handle the street too, if they're able to, if they're allowed to, right? So they can write tickets if they are allowed to, right? They come in a partnership with NOPD. They can write tickets. They can pull over, stop. They can arrest people. They can do everything that NOPD does. But since this charter was written a long time ago, NOPD is that primary. You see, the sheriff department is on details, right, at the Walgreens, at the apartment complex, and all these doing details. If you do something, if you break the law, they could definitely put handcuffs on you and take you to jail regardless, right? So they have similar power, but the power is given to both of them, right? So even more so, the sheriff department could they do subpoenas, right? If you getting sued in court, they go out and do the subpoenas. They also protect the court system, the courts, right? So the sheriff department is huge, man. It's really big.
Okay. So that was Marlon Guzman's job, and Susan Hudson came down to New Orleans from I think the East Coast, Carolina, somewhere, Virginia. Charged to my brain, not my heart. And she's been doing the dissent decree. Now she's the sheriff, and she's over the prison. She's over the whole entire sheriff's office. Okay. I seen you post a video the other day because it just seems like this is a train wreck waiting to happen. The sheriff's office doesn't have a K9 unit, adequate K9 unit, unregistered dog. Talk to me about that, because like you said in the video, if somebody get bit by this dog or something happened with this dog not certified. And this is a powerful police department we talking about. What's up with the dog, man?
So, it's a few different things, right? They had a and we talk about leadership too, and we're gonna talk about leadership too. So when it comes down to the K9 unit, from my understanding, right? I don't work there. This is just all information that was given to me.
Okay.
Incredible information though. But so what happened was they kind of pushed out the dog that was there, the handler, right? The handler, that's the deputy, right? They pushed him out. They kind of was, you know, they was trying to get him to do different things. You can't do this. You can't do that. So he was like, you know what? Like, he felt like he was getting harassed, I'm sure, or whatever the case may be. So he was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to leave. If y'all don't want me here, if y'all not appreciative of me being here and me working, you know, I'm going to leave. And by the way, the dog is for me.
Yeah.
Right? So it was his dog. It was donated, from my understanding, to him through like some kind of military entity, right? That supposedly can't donate to the institution, but it was an awesome dog, so they could donate to the person. So that when they donated to the person, that's how he contracted pretty much with the sheriff department to use this dog as their own.
The dog was trained and certified to do the job.
He's already trained, certified. He kept up the trainings and certifications and everything. So when he left, they had another dog there that's not trained, right? Okay. This is the dog, from my understanding, they literally got off the street, right? Like pretty much like out of your backyard.
Yeah.
It's a Malinois. Malinois are, you know, the known police K9 dogs, really, really smart dogs. That's what they use. And a lot of the times in the K9 units, these dogs speak different languages, right? These dogs don't speak English. They'll speak German, or they'll speak French, or they'll speak
because that's what they were trained at.
Because they're trained
so they listen to different commands through different languages.
Different languages, just because if I'm trying to find somebody or get somebody, and I say stop, then the dog gonna stop. You could say, as the suspect, you could say stop, dog, and it's gonna stop, right? But if you say you'd be like, you know, something, just like a word that says means stop in a different language.
I get it
now. The person not gonna know what that means.
Right,
and the person can't stop the dog either.
Okay, that makes sense.
So they try to use different languages with these dogs so that it's not English, right? So this dog is literally somebody dropped off a Malinois, and he picked up the dog and was like, I'm gonna use him. And that's pretty much what it's been.
And the dog listen to sit, roll over. The dog listen to regular old house dog commands, and it's not special trained.
Right,
so
we talking about drug sniffing. We talking about takedowns.
Yeah.
We talking about all these different things that he's not trained. So what they do is they try to just use the dog for, you know, like a deterrent, right? Like let me take my dog right here. I'll just bring him in the doggone jail.
Wow.
And they think it's real, but it's really not.
I hope she's got that situation. Come, Susan, I hope you done got that situation fixed by now. Because the video is almost a week, like 2 weeks old. So you have the resources.
So once the video came out, supposedly he took the dog from the little spot and took off and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, because you exposed that and rightfully so. I think the public should have known, or the public should know that the sheriff's office don't have the right dogs in the prison system. I'm sorry. Anything that's going on in that prison system, you got real life people in there. Although we may feel like they criminals or whatever, you know, they have rights while they in there, and the oversight is
a lot
important.
Of people are not even found guilty at this time.
Exactly. Some people just can't get out because they can't get bond. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, you know, actually, I want to echo the sentiments that you just spoke on before we were talking about the dog and leadership. You know what I'm saying? Susan Hudson has been elected. She hasn't been hired. She is an elected official, and she's an elected leader. Okay, so she's not like she's a community leader. At this point, she's an elected leader, and sometimes when you become an elected official, that you are binded by law all the time, right? So let's talk about the leadership role that she's playing for the city right now, and what's your opinion on it? And if you had to speak for the city, what would be your rating on 1 through 10? But as far as leadership is concerned, you know, when you look at it in a basic, not a general aspect, what do you think leadership means for the sheriff's department of New Orleans?
So, I mean, leadership is huge, right? So we have to talk about a few different things. Like, number one is, you know, I looked at her resume. I knew her resume as she was running for office, right? And I knew it didn't, it wasn't enough in my eyes, right? Her resume. But she was backed by a lot of progressive people, right? For example, Mark Zuckerberg, who is the Facebook guy, gave her $200,000, right? And you have to think about it, like, why is this Facebook guy giving you $200,000? Like,
yeah, that's a lot of money for a campaign.
Right, for a campaign. Like, And she got way more money than that from other people. But I'm just saying, this person in particular, why is he vested into New Orleans sheriff? Right? Like, why? So when it comes to the leadership, like, I'm not expecting her to know everything. I'm not expecting her to have the best resume amongst all the candidates, but I definitely expect you to bring people in that knows, right? If you don't know, you bring people in that do know. And from my understanding, and the people that I see, and I can name a few names, but a few people that don't have the experience in corrections, right? If I'm trying to be let's say a gas station attendant, and I've never seen, or even McDonald's. Let's say if I'm trying to own a McDonald's, I need to hire people that has McDonald's experience, right? Like, I need to get the manager or a frat pay maker, right? I don't know how to make a frat pay. Like, I don't know how to make a Big Mac. So I need to bring people in that know how to do these things and that can train other people to do it. So with that analogy, like, she doesn't have the proper people, and that's where she's failing, right? I mean, Guzman came in 17 years ago. He was a lawyer just like she is, right? He didn't have any experience. He didn't know he didn't have any, he was just like her, right? But, like, you have to put, and I'm sure he had his obstacles along the way, even to the very end, right? So my whole thing is, like, when it comes to leadership, if you don't know, you have to put people in position that knows. And then secondly, like, you have to, her whole thing with the campaign was transparency, right? Even when she was the police monitor, right? She monitored police activities. She always used to get on NOPD about transparency.
Yeah.
Let the community know what's going on.
Absolutely.
If they have shootings, they have stabbings, they have whatever's going on, let the community know. And she ran her race on that. So a lot of things that she's doing, it's just transparency that you don't need.
Yeah, Jay, it is.
You don't need 17 years of experience for transparency.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
A doctorate degree in criminal justice or corrections to be transparent.
No.
You don't need none of that to be transparent. And that's one of the big reasons why she's failing. And I'm putting out all this information before anybody else just because you're not transparent.
And that's quite clear. And, like, that's how it started happening with LaToya. Everybody was for her, and then the lack of transparency, and it started eroding the trust from the community. And now it's just like, the whole entire Gulf of Mexico is pouring in. As far as when it comes to transparency, you know what I'm saying? Are there some examples of where she wasn't transparent in the most recent history? Like, give us 2 or 3. I'm sure there's more than that, but, can you tell us, like, 2 of the, most popular things that she wasn't transparent about?
Yeah, stabbings, man. I think we had 5 stabbings in a jail, 5 or 6, and she hasn't been transparent about none of them. And it's in different occasions, right? We talk about the overdoses that we have in there. None of that's being transparent, even to this day. We could talk about, even more so, we could talk about the incident that happened with the riot. There are reports that's coming out that's pretty much saying that she came out and said, it was successful. DOC went in there along with her office, with her deputies went in there. And it was great. Everything worked out perfectly. But the truth is, comes to find out that they had a diabetic in there that had to get rushed to the hospital.
Wow.
Come to find out that one guy got shot with beanbag rounds and broke his ribs and had 2 collapsed lungs. It was in the hospital for 9 days. That's not being transparent. It's just everything. Like, we talk about the guy that just got fired for the communication director that was making $175,000 a year. When they asked for all the records, he was left off initially, right? And then they wind up asking again and getting more details. And then, she wind up writing his salary down on a paper and pretty much giving it to him. It's a lot of different things. Like, they have a warden there that's from Australia. Like,
where?
Australia.
Good eye me, mate. Australia. You're like, Crocodile Dundee. They just, coming out with another movie. Australia.
And then she's
Indiana
implementing-
Jones, Australia.
And then, from my understanding, she's implementing different things inside the jail that's not even proven. Like, she was in corrections in Australia, but I mean, no knock on Australia, Australians, right? But like, you can't find nobody from Louisiana or the States. You got to go overseas, because what they're doing is they're implementing different things that it's not, from my understanding, from what I was told, right? This not to be a fact, but that it has been published to be anything that was correct, like that worked, right? This strategies and things that you're implementing from Australia is not even a proven fact that it worked. And then you have to understand the demographic. I mean, our demographic is different than Baton Rouge, right?
They are different from Baton Rouge. The way our community is made is different.
St. Tammany, we're different than, and then keep going, right? Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. You go get somebody that don't know our culture, that don't know why we do what we do, right? And she's a Caucasian lady from Australia. So, I don't know.
I think it's more or less human relations than doing an actual job. The connection to Australia is more important. The connection to this thing we got going with all these other countries. Apparently, it's something that's going on.
Beyond me. That's beyond my pay grade. I don't know what's going on.
And you know what else is transparent? We talk about the African American community, about politicians and doing favors for people and using their campaigns, the people who was in their campaigns and giving them jobs, right? We are aware of these type of things in our community. Doesn't it seem like Susan Hudson has a loan or a debt she has to pay back for beating out Marlon Guzman the way she did, and the promises she made may have been false promises in order to and she's more obligated to take care of the people who funded her campaign more so than the people who elected her to become mayor. I mean, a sheriff.
Absolutely, she's definitely in debt with a lot of people. She got
a lot of favors.
Yeah, she got to do a lot of favors. I mean, her campaign manager was making $155. Who is the senior advisor, and her son, right? Her son was the communications director. So they found that after a couple of months to be an ethics violation. That's why he got fired. She tried to give him another job as a deputy with a take-home car and all this other stuff. From my understanding, he refused, right? He's going to sue her. So, I mean, that campaign thing we talk about, right? So the mom is making $155, the campaign manager, which is okay. It's okay.
These things happen in all kind of campaigns. It's the favors after the campaigns that make me question the ability for the individual to do the job the right way. And a lot of these politicians, and I tell African Americans all the time, we don't fund campaigns. We don't fund them. We only become mercenaries in campaigns, and we send our own people out to mobilize the community to get to the polls and vote. There were 75,000 votes in the first round. With there was a Marlon Guzman and Susan Hudson, and it was a 15,000 drop off. There was like 50,000 votes in the runoff election. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at this, these people are spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on these campaigns. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's getting out there saying what they got to say, do what they got to do to get the job. Susan Hudson, well, she was elected, she got the job. You know what I'm saying? Now there's a job to be done.
Absolutely.
And in the same exact situation that happened with LaToya Cantrell, I just think the city might be flirting with that with Susan Hudson. And I don't care who she swap out. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who she get down here to do the job. I think Susan Hudson is going to run into some of the same problems Marlon Guzman ran into. And
Absolutely.
And the problems were bigger than transparency. You know what I'm saying? It's system. It's getting great people to work the system. It's money coming into the sheriff's office being spent the right way. You know what I'm saying? So we'll stay tuned, but. It's a fun question we asking. Do you think a recall petition ought to be started for Susan Hudson?
I mean,
or is it too early to say?
I would say, I feel like this. Like a lot of people ask me, why do I go so hard on Susan Hudson, right, or the sheriff department, per se, right? And I try to tell, and they ask me, the big question is, why wasn't you going this hard for Marlon Cousin, right? And my answer to that is, to everybody, I say the same thing over and over. When you know better, you do better, right? If I see, and back then I wasn't doing Empower You Nola, unfortunately, right? It wasn't formed at that time. Right?
I get you.
So, and I wasn't a big fan. I wasn't a big fan of Marlon, and I started getting a lot of attacks when I came out, because initially I was against him. I was going for a guy named Dr. Christopher Williams, the third guy, who got about 9,000 votes on the first go around, right? And then he lost, and then they had to do that. So I had to pick either Marlon Guzman or Susan Hudson when I went to the poll, and I chose to go with Marlon just because, I didn't see it. I was at all the debates. I was at all the back meetings. I was privy to get back there and listen to them directly and talk to them personally and all these different things. And I didn't see it. So they asked me, why am I going so hard? And I just be like, man, listen, and then people say, oh, it's been like that, right? It's always been stabbings. It's always been overdoses. It's always been this. And I say this analogy, I said, if we had Canal and Claiborne and somebody get their head blown off, right? And I come and I be like, man, we gotta stop this. We gotta stop it now. And you see like, you be like, but it always happened at Canal and Claiborne. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm like, yeah, but that's not what we want. We trying to stop some of this. Like, you promised that you was gonna stop it. You promised that you was gonna do better. And I'm not just saying implementing policies and procedures. You're not even telling a federal judge, because they're still under consent decree. You're not even telling the federal judge what's going on.
So they haven't gotten rid of this consent decree yet, but it's supposed to happen, right?
I mean, it's just like NOPD. NOPD been on that for 12, 13, 14 years, right? So like, it's really about like, we just want better. That's all. Like, we want better. We're gonna hold them accountable. And I'm sorry that it's under this person that where our third eye is open and we're thinking and we're engaged, but that's what it is.
We say we want accountability. Accountability isn't a right. You know what I'm saying? Accountability is more like of a privilege, and you have to have special people to help hold these politicians and elected officials, if we want to call them elected officials, accountable. Accountability is the recall for LaToya Cantrell. Accountability is the conversations we having right now about Susan Hudson. It's not an attack. This is not something that there is no hidden agenda amongst us two as black men as we sit here and engage on Susan Hudson. And I strongly encourage Susan to sit down on a monthly basis or the quarterly basis and come talk to Empower You Nola. This is what we need to happen, and the tough questions needs to be asked to the politicians, whether they like the questions or not. Now, I also think we need to be respectful, but I don't think we're being disrespectful by critiquing our elected officials, having our opinions on elected officials. As long as we're not making up stuff, anything goes. Now, when we just start just making up stuff, that's when you start crossing the lines. But I believe Susan Hudson does deserve the criticism that she's receiving, and so did Marlon Guzman. But Susan, you're here for a reason. The people don't remove a 17-year sheriff, you know what I'm saying?
And we want the same thing.
And then get the same thing. We had deuce. Now, Guzman got away with that in the early 2000s. Social media has provided transparency from the different narratives that we have out here in our community, and the media isn't the only source of information anymore, so who's ever out there listening, when you're listening to this, please reassure yourself that we not trying to attack Susan or LaToya or any politician when we talk about these people. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, Jay, for putting out the content you're putting out on your Instagram, and each and every crime that's happening, they can find it on Empower You Nola. Way before the news gets a chance to talk about it. We can find about issues that people are. If you hearing stuff, you know what I'm saying. Jason gonna do his due diligence before you post this. I'm sure you're getting a lot of information you got to vet.
Always.
You know what I'm saying. So this is a call for all city employees.
people who are related to city employees to find an outlet like Empower You NOLA, to come and express some of your concerns to. The Live Line was our morning show. We find a platform for all of the people to come and talk about this. But Jay, before we get out of here, I want to ask you, okay, what do you think? You saw some of my videos, right? But what do you think about the recall efforts in the city of New Orleans? You know what I'm saying? What are some of the things that African-American males you think need to pay attention to when it comes to the recall efforts tied into the actual crime? You know what I'm saying? And I know that's a odd kind of question, but let me kind of base it together for you. I think people are motivated in an aspect of what they seeing with the mayor's office. People are motivated to do something about it. And what we seeing with crime, how do we get motivated to do something about it? Like start a recall petition for a mayor, or, you know, that's an effort. You know what I'm saying? What efforts do you think could happen to get motivated behind some of the crime we're seeing, like people that's starting to recall petition? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, you know, I've talked to the recall petition people, right?
Mhm.
I've talked to Ms. Carter. I've talked to Noonie Man. I've talked to them. And first, for Black people, I just want y'all to do your research, right? I had a conversation with my mother, my family, and everything about this. And, you know, it's not really a race thing, right? It's not a race thing. You know, my mother was like, I don't know if I could sign that, making it like it's a Black woman, right? Like, I don't know if I could put my name on that, like, you know, and I get it, you know, and I just tell everybody, I said, if you're not happy with your situation, you try to change it.
Absolutely.
So if you're not happy with the way, and my thing is crime, I'm not big on, you know, I'm not well versed, right? I don't know about the infrastructure, the trash, all this other stuff. I'm not. But as far as crime, if you're not happy with the crime, and she has like another 4 years, I think, left.
Yeah,
Like,
three and a half. Close, yeah.
If you're not happy, if you do your research and you find out that you're not satisfied, then what do? You put do your own research. Don't take my word for it. It's all on individual. Like Louisiana is one of the hardest places to get a recall. It's like 20%. It's 53,000 signatures they need, right? Like actual voters out of like 200 something thousand. Like only 48,000 people put her in office, right? So you need another couple of thousand more to get her out to start the process. Not even get her out, because you still have to have another election when it comes down to actually getting her out, and then you got to have another election with
overwhelming majority.
In.
Absolutely.
So it's a lot. But I would just tell everybody, do your research. If you're not happy, people started the movement, so you can sign. I post some of the, you know, just information purposes. I posted on my pages so people can have information about where to go and what to do. On Empower You NOLA on Instagram, man, and you make a decision what's best for you. I would say, let's take the race out and let's take gender out. Let's take that out and let's talk about a person that's a mayor, And if you're not happy, or if you're satisfied with everything else that she did, then don't sign. But it's on an individual, you know.
And I've been putting out the information myself about this, and listen. It's important to understand how to research and what to look for. You know what I'm saying? But we have everything in our devices. You can simply refer to Google for a lot of this information. A recall is very important. It's a very complicated process. You know what I'm saying? But it's very important to the same issues you were speaking on. We don't have any other voice once this person is in seat outside of casting our voice again. I feel what your moms was saying. I've talked to my family about this too, and I've informed everybody that live in the city of New Orleans that can only be the ones that sign this petition.
Correct.
Before you sign it, don't sign it based on emotions. Mm-hmm. Sign it based on the data that you're looking at, what you know for sure. And, you know, 53,000 is a lot. You know what I'm saying? And does Latoya Cantrell deserve to be recalled? Yes. She does deserve to be recalled if she cannot turn this around. You feel me? But I've also said on the other side of this, there can be, like yesterday we seen with the Saints, it was looking bad. You know, and then all of a sudden something happened. But one of the most important things about this petition is this is the only way we can try to hold Latoya Cantrell accountable. So I'm not against the petition, me, myself, personally. I'm all for holding people accountable, but I want people to be responsible. I think there's a lot of between those 43,000 voters, I think there was a lot of irresponsible voting. Okay? I think a lot of people didn't know what they were voting for.
Absolutely.
Out of the 43,000 that was voting.
Listen, and that's what Empower Unola is. That's why I do what I do. Because I want you to have the best information, the correct information for when you want whatever decision you want to make, you can make it. You can't never say, oh, I didn't know about that shooting, or I didn't know that that gas station got robbed 10 times, or I didn't know that these 3 women was carjacked. Like, I never want you to say that. I want you to be like, oh, I watch Empower Unola. I know this, and this. I'm going to my voting booth. Boom. I'm making this decision based on that. That's all I want.
Right, and that's responsible. That's your civil duty. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to our votes, that's a responsibility. When it comes to putting our signature on petitions, that's our civil duties if we don't like what's going on in our community. So I strongly encourage the people of New Orleans to do their due diligence and don't get this voter fatigue thing. You know what I'm saying? Don't think because you signed the petition that this is over. This is a process. You know what I'm saying?
It's far from over.
If there's one way to get the mayor's attention, if you want to get her attention, you start a petition. And I've been saying this for years. If you want to get any politicians, not just the mayor, it goes for the sheriff. This goes for Oliver. This goes for Freddie and Elgiz. This goes to everybody sitting on that council. They are members of that council. If you don't like what they're doing, the threat of starting a petition, get these people attention. I think Latoya has been humbled by this petition. I think we'll get an opportunity to see a little bit more transparency when it comes to the projects that are being put on hold in the city. And one of the other things I want to say before I let you go, Jay, is the clock is ticking. The people told us there was 30 years until the city literally start crumbling from underneath our feet. We've seen it with our own 2 eyes right now. It's official. The city, the volcano ain't just smoking no more. Lava is starting to come out.
Every day.
You know, lava is starting to come out of this volcano. We got
Who said 30 years, bro?
Huh?
Who said 30 years is going to come out? Who said that?
Let's just say the scientists, people have come out that looked at the infrastructure of this city, you know, back when the Army Corps of Engineers was here and Ray Nagin was the mayor and the just National Geographic type people, you know what I'm saying? Are looking at this. The same people predicted that we were going to flood to a hurricane. It's the same people that's coming and saying, listen, your infrastructure is crumbling.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? This is why these people have warned us about the pipes, just like they've warned us about what's going on in Jackson, but nobody was listening.
Okay.
And we're a majority African-American city. So the situation has been broadcasted, but people have not been paying attention. And they've been telling us the problems from Hurricane Katrina and the water and the flooding underneath the ground is irreversible. Gotcha. It's going to cost billions of dollars to repair the infrastructure in the city of New Orleans. Not hundreds of millions, billions. And I just want the citizens, the majority of the people in the city of African Americans, the African American women to understand that we need the federal government back here in the city of New Orleans. We need the Army Corps of Engineers back here in the city of New Orleans. We need federal contractors back here in the city of New Orleans. And we don't need to be fighting these people when they come here. Mm-hmm. And we need a progressive approach on what it's going to take to redo our infrastructure. We're not going to be able to buy our way out of this on our own. And a lot of the money that's coming here from the federal government for these projects are being spent by the city right now. And I think we need federal oversight with that, you know what I'm saying, from different scales to say, you know what, we got federal contractors coming here to guarantee that the work is getting done so there won't be a bidding process. We're not bidding out these jobs.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So one of the main problems that we have to do is fix the infrastructure. There won't be a Lincoln Park. There won't be Super Sundays in the next 8 to 9 years because we'll be looking at the city. We'll be looking at really at this point, potholes are going to start turning into those cave-ins. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to start seeing pipes bust from all over the city. And
Gotcha. No, I'm on board.
you know, so we more closer to that 30 than we are farther from it. And like I was telling African American men, we inherited a beautiful city. We inherited the 80s babies and 90s babies. We inherited a 300-year-old city. This is our city. We are the majority of the citizens here. This is our city. Whether no people want to say it or not, 30% is where you get around Caucasians. So no matter, it's a long jump to change the population in the city of New Orleans. But if you want to eradicate African Americans from the city of New Orleans, let it crumble from underneath their feet.
Gotcha. No, I'm on board.
You know what I'm saying? It's important that the projects that were started become well funded at this point, and we won't be able to get this job done without the federal government, without Washington coming in and giving us a hand. And my thing is, if we can get the mayor out, which is cool, who is the next person we could get in to guarantee that can happen? We can get $7 to $8 to $9 billion from the federal government, and we don't want to go out and bid this. We need federal contractors to come in and start busting the ground up in New Orleans, taking these old-ass pipes out, relaying down a new foundation, and covering it back up. You know what I'm saying? That needs to be allocated to a 300-year-old city, not just some random city. This is a 300-year-old city we're talking about. But African-American men, that's on us, okay? We just can't put this on politicians, okay? Because if we leave this in the politicians' hands, it's never going to get done. So I hear the narrative, but I need people to understand that we need the federal government to come into this city, just like the Army Corps of Engineers came in here and built this beautiful gate system we have on a levee, right there on the Lake Pontchartrain. So the proof is in the pudding. We need to get off the bullshit in most aspects and understand what narratives we really need to buy into. And for the next few weeks, I'll be covering stuff like that, Jay. But also,
that's good stuff.
You know what I'm saying? That's my lane. That's what I love to talk about. But also, we're going to be talking about more things because right now, crime impacts all of our families. If your cousin was killed or my cousin was killed, then we got to deal with a funeral. You know what I'm saying? The murder rate in the city of New Orleans. I'm going to send you a link, brother. We about to get out of here. I'm going to send you a link because the next time we have this conversation, I want you to look at the murder rate from the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, where we was in 40s to 50 murders, and then it jumped to the hundreds to the couple of hundreds throughout history, you know what I'm saying? And we've had 1,600 police officers on the force at one point in time, and we still had over 200 murders. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a systemic issue that we're dealing with, you know what I'm saying, in our community. But I want you to take a look at those stats because that helps put things in perspective for me when I'm seeing politicians and mayors and chiefs of police and what the real issue is when it comes to gun violence in our community.
Yeah.
What I'm saying?
So I'll definitely take a look at it, bro. I appreciate you for having me on.
All right, ain't mean to keep you that long. It's past 10, y'all. We about to get up out of here, dog. I appreciate you, Jay, for coming in.
I want your followers to come holler at me tonight about 7:30.
Yeah.
Power Enola, because I'm gonna have you on. I'm stealing you tonight, bro. If you got
Let's
time,
do it. Let's do it, man. Let's talk about whatever.
I have you on my Instagram, man, because I want to talk about that video that you posted that you dissected about the slavery, and we could talk about that tonight. So all your followers come follow me tonight, and we gonna dive into it because I don't take credit for people researching what people's done. You did the research. I want to have you on so you can explain it, and I want to highlight you.
I appreciate that, brother. I will be there on the Empower You Nola page. We'll be going live on Instagram tonight. We want the whole entire Nola to tune in. You know what I'm saying? What time you say it again?
Let's do 7:30.
7:30, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be going live. We're going to be talking about the slavery controversy and the voting that's on the ballot for slavery throughout 5 states in the United States of America. Slavery is back. We're going to talk about it on the Empower You Nola. You know what I'm saying? Tonight and break this whole conversation thing down. I appreciate you for inviting me to the conversation.
Bro. Thank you again.
For sure, Jay. There he goes, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Who that? You dig, Jay? I had him a little bit longer than I should have. I appreciate him for being a little bit patient with us. We talked about Susan Hudson. You know what I'm saying? We love your queen. I always try to motivate our people. You know what I'm saying? Especially our politicians, especially African American women politicians. I think we should hold them accountable just like any other politician, but we do have to do our due diligence. You know what I'm saying? And Empower You Nola, Jason does his due diligence. Everything he put out dealing with Susan Hudson is issues that can be fixed, but these are real issues. You know what I'm saying? And time is ticking, America. New Orleanians, time is ticking. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the that's out there that's making their way back home. Tomorrow is going down, you know what I'm saying? We got Ooh Wee, you know what I'm saying? That's going to be on the Liveline TV, y'all. Woo. That was a good conversation. What else can be said, man? Y'all hit us up, man. Oh, shout out to I Got Flow. You know what I'm saying? This Thursday is going down at Bella Noche. I Got Flow. Give me more, give me more, give me more, go more. You know what I'm saying? Indie Artist Showcase is going down, you know what I'm saying? It's in the major ways at Bella Noche, you know what I'm saying? And we got so many artists to go over, you know what I'm saying? So many artists going to be performing at this thing, man. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, y'all tap in, you know what I'm saying? That's I Got Flow, you heard me? September 15th at Bella Noche in Baton Rouge, you heard me? Y'all pull up, you know what I'm saying? Y'all come out, y'all support the movement, you know what I'm saying? The Liveline gonna be in the building, conducting interviews, broadcasting this thing, you know what I'm saying? So y'all come, make sure y'all come get up on TV with us, you know what I'm saying? And I Got Flow. Yeah, we about to get up out of here. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Sister G.I. Peaches, no second guessing. You know what I'm saying? Soldier Slim, little sister. Shout out to homie SLE, Drake State Lawyer Radio in the building, you know what I'm saying, with that cash out. Homie Bankboy Resight, you heard me? I see y'all tomorrow, you there?
You know to know me is a blessing, ain't no second guessing. Bet any nigga that I'm texting gon' give me his blessing. Look at my motherfucking necklace and my wristlet. My diamonds dancing, yeah, they doing them James Brown split. Man, these bitches be so salty, hope they don't cross me. When they start hating, then they lost me, cause what the cause me? I'm only concerned with them dividends. My ex broke my heart, felt like Tony, couldn't breathe again. But I'm in the streets, back to me again. I keyed the whip, then I deleted her. Beat up his bitch cause she believed in them. Defeated, no bitch, I never deleted her. My money longer, they's getting slimmer. You wasn't with me in the gym, you's a contender. Keisha Cole, I remember they try to hinder this goat. Still go, streaming cutthroat, do you won't smoke? Cause I heard you bitches coked out. Got a gang of bitches, we smoke our booty poke out. True religion, I'm still a Christian, stomp a hoe out. Go outside, no never that. I heard these bitches bad about these niggas I never had. These hoes will trade their life for attention, no, no, never that. I'm all about my dollar chasing wallet, I'm in my bag. Yo,
do not play with peace. Do not motherfucking play with peace.
Look,
I heard them hoes say it wasn't me.
You know to know me is a blessing, ain't no second guessing. Bet any nigga that I'm texting gon' give me his blessing. Look at my motherfucking necklace and my wristlet. My diamonds dancing, yeah, they doing them James Brown split. Man, these bitches be so salty, hope they don't cross me. When they start hating, then they lost me, cause what the cause me? I'm only concerned with them dividends. My ex broke my heart, felt like Tony, couldn't breathe again. But I'm in the streets, back to me again. I keyed the whip, yo, yeah, yo, yeah, look, yo,
I just cashed out and put more diamonds around my neck. I just cashed out and put more diamonds around my neck. Ayy, Brody spaz out cause he won't take the disrespect. Put my whole team on, show them how to chase a check. Hit the mall, spend it all cause it ain't shit to make it back. He keep flexing for them hoes and watch them bitches get them wet. Life been moving fast, so I been sipping on this Agrifuck. Life been moving fast, I'm sipping A just to slow it down. When you're doing bad and on your last, no they don't come around. Brother got a drums, they got a stick, it ain't no running out. Roll another wood, don't feel like coming down. I can't trust a soul, you ain't dead when you can't come around. I can't let them hold me down. I been after racks, I'm on the gas, it ain't no slowing down. Ay, ain't no slowing down. Ay, ain't no slowing down. VVS is bustin' that motion. You been through a lot, Dre, how you coping? Rolling nutty woods and I been sipping on this potion. He keep shitting trap and turn a trapper to a track star. You niggas ain't body, you just act hard. I'ma keep on stacking to these racks tall. I just cashed out and put more diamonds around my neck. Ayy, Brody spaz out cause he won't take the disrespect. Put my whole team on, showed them how to chase a check. Take them all, spend it all cause it ain't shit to make it back. We keep flexing for them hoes and watch them bitches get them wet. Life been moving fast, so I been sipping on this alcohol. I can't chase a bitch, I'm after money, ain't no time for it. Started at the bottom, I was hungry, had a grind for me. Business like a sushi, cop some time for it. Ever since my first bag, I just wanted more. If you not gon' slide in, what you riding for? Know them niggas plotting, what you think I keep design for? Money on my mind, the only thing that I got time for. Ran it up, ain't take no time, bitch, I'm a grinder. Cross me once, it ain't no love, just know your time up. Cross me once, it ain't no love, just know your time up. Did so much wrong, just get my sack right. Gotta get it gone, been on a long flight. So many times they did me wrong, but now I'm alright. So many times they did me wrong, but now I'm alright. I just cashed out and put more diamonds around my neck. Ayy, Brody spaz out cause he won't take the disrespect. Put my whole team on, showed them how to chase a check. Hit them all, spend it all cause it ain't shit to make it back. He keep flexing for them hoes and watch them bitches get them wet. Life been moving fast, so I been sipping on this act.